Well, welcome to Flite Skool. This is an initiative by Angelwingdesigns to try and encourage younger people to get into building and flying their own model aircraft. Today is the first build day, and today's aircraft is the Eraser. And the Eraser comes with its own launch stick. So today I'm going to show you how to make the Eraser. There's no special skills required and there is no special tools required. This glider slots together. So this is stage 1 of Flite Skool. So the first thing we need to do with any kit, be it small or large, is check all the pieces. So let's check everything we've got in the box for the Eraser, and I'll talk you through the bits. Remember, this is our very basic kit, very basic glider, and there are no special tools required to build this particular glider. So let's show you what's in the kit. Right, okay, so this is the Eraser kit. Now I've actually got all the bits out in the way in which we're going to actually assemble it. So the first thing we've got is the fuselage. This is the main wing, and if you see that it's got a little bit of a bend to it, like so, that's what this little bit of bend is. We call this dihedral, and this has been installed by the manufacturer Angelwingdesigns. This is your tailplane, and this is the fin known also as the vertical stabilizer, and also you've got your nose, and there's a launching stick and the rubber to go with it. So the first two things we're going to need is the fuselage and the main wing. So the first thing we're going to need in building the Eraser is the fuselage and the main wing. Now you'll notice that the main wing has got a little bit of a curve, and the curve needs to face upwards. So when you have your fuselage, and it's going to go slide into this slot in the front of the fuselage, and you'll notice it's got a curve as well. This gives us our nice aerodynamic shape. So the idea is, remember, we want the curve at the top, so it's curving upwards, and we're going to gently just slide that in there like so. Now, little tip here, when you're actually just sliding those in, you see I've got my two fingers here to support the fuselage, and then my thumb's the other side, and then all I'm doing is I'm just slowly wiggling this into place, making sure that we don't end up rubbing up to one of the edges. So we want to try and keep the wing in the middle of the slot, and then I'm very gently pulling and wiggling as I'm slowly bringing this to the center. And then the idea is that these are going to fit into the slots. There we go, like so. And then when we've got them in place, there you go, that fits in there. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring mine slightly further forward like so, and it all locks together. And that is your main wing. As you can see, we've got that lovely little bit of curve. This is to make a nice aerofoil shape, and that's the reason for the curve. So we have our main wing in place. Now is the tail surfaces, the horizontal stabilizer as it's called, or tail plane. And then we're going to fit this into here exactly the same, and again just support the fuselage with your fingers, just as you're putting this in. So see, I'm just going to support the fuselage, and I'm just going to slowly wiggle this into place, and then as I get close I'm just going to get that into the slot like so, pull it forward, and then I'm just going to pull this forward just to lock into place like so. That is your tailplane fitted. So that's our basic glider. We've now got, the only other thing to do is we're going to take off this little bit of adhesive strip. Just be careful peeling that off. So I'm going to peel that off like so. There you go, that's coming off of there. I'm going to take that off. That goes in the bin. Now the fin has to sit one side, and let me just show you where it actually fits. So this curve is the front, this vertical straight edge is the rear of the fin, and the idea is we want to fit this just on top, just where the fin meets. So in other words, we've got the fin and the tail plane are just matching together. I've got that in place, and now all I'm going to do is I'm going to get your launch stick, I'm going to push that into there like so, and I'm just going to push that up against there, and that's a nice safe way of making sure that that is now stuck. And what you want to do is just make sure that when you look down that the fin is actually at 90 degrees to the fuselage, and we've got a good way of checking that. So just to check that the fin needs to be at 90 degrees to the tail surface, I've got a little set square here, and I'm just going to push this into place, and there you go. Just make sure that that fits is nice and square. Now, the only other thing that we have to do now is to add the nose rubber. Now, just be slightly careful here. Best tip is if you pinch that slightly, see how that makes it slightly egg shaped. So what you want to do is pinch that so it's slightly egg shaped, and then you'll find that that will just slide onto there like so. So let me just show you. Just pinch it together slightly, and then all you then do is just feed that onto there like so. And that is your eraser ready to fly. So we have our, oh, yeah, we've done, that's definitely on there, like that, like that. So we have our finished glider. We just need to make our launch system now. So I'm just going to put that to one side. You've got your lollipop stick and your elastic band. Now, if you get the elastic band like so, bend it over so that it bends over and you get like a heart shape. And then fold those two hearts to meet each other like so. And then you put your stick through, and I'd say go down about 20 millimeters. Let's have a little look, just do it properly. Yeah, go down about 20 millimeters, and then just pull that tight like so. And that, make sure that your knot is on the end like here. That is your launch system for the eraser.